Hi guys, I know I haven't done a chit-chatty video in about a minute, and I have had a couple of things on my mind, so I'm actually probably going to do a couple of videos today. But the first one I want to do is I want to talk about depression and weight loss. It's pretty new for me. I had never had depression in my whole entire life, and I was of the mindset that I know a gazillion other people feel this way too, that you should just be able to, snap yourself out of it, get up and get busy and do something and you'll feel better, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not how it happens. Depression is very real. It is an imbalance in the chemicals in your brain. It is not something that you've done. It is not something that you can just get over. When I started my diet journey, I started it because my health was in bad shape. I learned that my thyroid had pretty much stopped working, and I had to go on a medication for that. And at the same time, my vitamin D was extremely low. Both of those things will make you feel terrible. And I had known that I had the thyroid problem for a long time. I just never dealt with it, and that's not a smart way to handle it. Putting your head in the sand and thinking it's going to go away, it won't. It'll make you feel worse and worse and worse and worse. I'm living proof of that. So I went on a medication for my thyroid, which I do levothyroxine, I think is what it's called, every single day. We got my numbers back into a better range for me. And also something else I've done, I'm not in any way saying that you should do this. I'm not, promoting it. I'm saying this is what works for me. You do what works for you. I go to the tanning bed to raise my vitamin D. I go about 3 times a week. Like this time of year, it's been pretty rough. And I could feel it coming, we had a family wedding that was coming up, and so I had tanned pretty regular leading up to that wedding. And then the minute that wedding was over, I didn't tan anymore. I was tired. I had worked on the wedding. The weather got kind of dreary, here, and which makes you not feel very good, especially when you're suffering, with a vitamin D deficiency. I also started working on the RV. If you don't follow me, we are redoing an old RV. So I started working on that, which meant I stopped getting dressed every day. I didn't put my makeup on. I didn't fix my hair. I just didn't, because I was going to be working all day. Who cared? I didn't want to be, dressed, We also had one of our cats go missing, which was very devastating to me because, she's literally like my baby. I had rescued her when she was a teeny tiny baby. I've had her ever since. She slept in the bed with me every single night. That's not a pet, that's family. And she just went missing. I'm not going to talk about that because I'll cry. I stopped doing pretty much everything that I knew made me feel better. I stopped tanning. I stopped taking care of myself. And I gained about 18 pounds. Yeah. Not only did I do those things, but I started eating terrible too. So yeah, I had several things happen that just made me fall back into a funk. And so when I did that, I stopped eating good too. I stopped doing everything that I knew made me feel good. Eating terrible makes you feel terrible. Not taking care of yourself makes you feel terrible. Dieting and depression are both of them are a struggle. You struggle with both of them. And for me, they go hand in hand. When I am in the depths of depression, I'm not going to eat good. I take that back. I don't make an effort to eat good. And when you're depressed, everything is an effort. It's a huge effort. For me, when I get depressed, I just want to lay in the bed. And that is so not me. That is so not my personality. But I just want to lay in the bed. I'm not unhappy. If I were not depressed, you couldn't make me lay in the bed. I hate laying in the bed. I don't want to do it. I want to be up and busy and doing something. But when I start falling back into the depression, I don't want to get out of bed. And I'm happy not to get out of bed. And so I know that's not me. So I had to, shake myself and go, hello, girlfriend, this is not the direction we want to go. So I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I have lost all but 6 of the 18 that I had gained. So I keep yo-yoing and bouncing back. I think I've lost and gained the same 10 pounds, gosh, 5 or 6 times, in the last few months. But I'm still up 6 pounds from my 100-pound loss. So I hope I can, succeed and get it back off, because I do still want to lose a little bit more, but I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try. That's all I can do is try. I'm trying not to beat myself up about it. I'm terrible about that. We've talked about that before. I talk terribly to myself in my head. I wouldn't let another person on earth talk to me the way I talk to me. It's crazy, but again, this was when I had first started talking about, this diet, that you really need to stay aware. And I had lost that. I had lost my way. I had stopped doing all the things that I knew helped me. Yep, I stopped doing everything that I knew in my mind was what helped me shake the funk. Now, I truly believe that you don't shake depression. You don't pick yourself up by the bootstraps and just get over it. I believe 100% that is not what happens. I believe trying to keep a positive attitude plays a big part in it, but that alone cannot do it for you. If you need antidepressants, so what? A diabetic takes insulin. You take an antidepressant if you need it. I'm all for that. My husband has dealt with severe depression for most of his adult life. It took us a long time. It took me a long time to talk him into going to the doctor to get help for it. And now that he does take an antidepressant, he will say, I will never again in my life be without this medicine, because I didn't know you could feel this way. I had no clue that wasn't normal, that way, the way I felt wasn't just normal. And anyway, I also tried to take antidepressants, but they're not for me. They make me, for lack of a better word, crazy. I just couldn't tolerate them. And that's also why I choose to do the tanning bed, because taking a vitamin D supplement makes me real nauseous. So I choose to go the tanning bed route. I understand, the hazards of the tanning bed. At this time, though, that is like my antidepressant. As I stop tanning, I start falling back into that hole. And I've been tanning again about 2 weeks now. And y'all, look at me. I feel better. It makes a difference for me that getting that vitamin D up, makes a big deal. You just don't realize when we don't get, when our vitamin D is low, you can get all kinds of cancers from having a low vitamin D. I realize you can get skin cancer from exposing yourself to the tanning bed. That's why I don't do it. I do it like I said, about 3 times a week. I'm not promoting it. I'm saying this is what works for me. You may take the supplements and they work great for you. They don't for me. I would rather sell my soul to the devil than to be nauseous. No, ma'am, it ain't my thing. So I'm going to lay in the tanning bed. Will I regret it? I could possibly. I might get skin cancer tomorrow. I don't know. I'll deal with it if it happens. But I need to stay out of that funk. And so therefore I lay in the tanning bed. That's what works for me. And when I start back into the tanning bed, I want to fix my hair, and I want to put some makeup on, and and I start to be able to laugh again, and it's almost like I've had this bag on over my head, and then as I start tanning, I'm like, okay, I think I'll take this bag off my head today. That's the way it works for me, guys. And I know so many of us. I've said in my in another weight loss video that we are overweight because we overeat. And I still believe that to be true. Do we have health issues that cause us to want to eat? You bet. Depression, I don't know. I'm no expert. I know there may be, many other reasons that make you feel hungry or whatever. I know depression, for me, food is my best friend. When I get really depressed, I'll take me a box of ding dongs and get in the bed and I'm good. I got my friend here. I don't want to be out of this bed. That's what it is for me. That's what depression does for me. It causes me to fall in a funk that if I didn't get help, be it antidepressants or something like that, I wouldn't get out of. You don't just shake yourself out of that. I did used to think that before we went through my husband's depression. And even during, the early stages of his depression, I'd be like, oh my God, just get up. If you just get up, you'd feel better. And I'm ashamed to say that I felt that way because I had never dealt with it. Now, having dealt with it, it's not that easy. It is not that easy. It is real. Depression is real, and it jacks your life up. You really have to do something about it. I know sometimes you don't even really notice that you're in the depths of depression. Hopefully you have family members around you that can help you, and y'all can, pay attention. If you are suffering from depression, you can get better. There's help out there. I'm just here to say, guys, if you can get a handle on your depression, you may not even realize you're depressed, but think about it. Pay attention, to what you're doing every day, and maybe you are depressed, and the depression and the dieting, one cancels out the other, in my opinion. If you're depressed and you don't take care of that, I don't think you can be successful with a diet. I think you have to get you healthy first. You have to get yourself mentally healthy, or on the road to being mentally healthy, before you can ever make a diet be successful. Dieting is hard even when you feel wonderful. I just wanted to make this video so that maybe, people that haven't thought about it and haven't realized that maybe they're depressed, and if they can get a handle on the depression, they can be more successful, with their diet. Because I truly believe until, you do get the depression under control, you will not be successful with a diet. That is true for me. I can't speak for anybody else, but that's true for me. And that's why I make these videos. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to solve anybody's problems, but I'm just saying, hey, guys, this is how I have struggled. And maybe this is what's going on with you too, because sometimes we just need, people to go, hey, this is what's going on, before you go, oh, well, I never thought about that. So that's all I want to make the video for, guys. Let's take care of ourselves and get this weight off, and not let it rule our world anymore, because it rules mine a lot. It's ruled mine for a long time, still rules mine a good bit, but I want to be in control of this, and I don't want food to be in control of me. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.